AI has taken over the world. Or is it? I'm a big believer that humans are still going to sell to other human beings for a long time to come. But there's still lots of things we can do with AI that can make our jobs in sales as business people much easier. So in this video, I'm going to share with you 7 key points of how we can use AI in sales, but still keep that human touch to make sure we build the connections to do business with real people we like. Let's have a look at the video. So we all know about AI. Everyone's telling us how it's going to take over jobs and it's changing the world. And I have seen some incredible things. I've seen AI robots having conversations with people. I even listened to one the other day where the other person didn't realize they were talking to a robot. I know when I'm talking to a robot. And generally when you push a robot and you ask them a question that's outside of their scope, they can't handle it right now. They will in time. But there are still 7 key things and tools that I think you should be using day to day in your sales work that can save you time, enable you to build your skills and generate other opportunities or follow up on the conversations with prospects and build relationships that can help you win more business. What are these then? So point number 1 is this. What are the challenges of your industry? The sales landscape has changed. If you're a salesperson that goes in to see a prospect and says to them, what are your issues? I think you're losing out. I think you're generally going to get tossed away by the other person and made them think, no, you're not relevant. But you can use great simple tools like ChatGPT to just go and start identifying the challenges of the industry. It's like the internet, but gives you better data when you ask better questions. So go and ask, if you're selling into HR directors within a certain type of company set, go and ask, what are the challenges of HR directors in this space? And then when the information comes back, say, elaborate on that. What data do you have to show this? What research has been created? Start to use AI and the different tools to find out the challenges of your industry. What's really causing the pain and the issues for people in that space, so that when you start to engage with them, you can A, be informed, and B, be someone that knows their space and that person then thinks is valuable. There's no excuse for you to not dig into what's going on in your market space, and AI has just given you the ability to do that at a faster pace. So become ahead of the game, start finding out what's going on, learn about what's happening in your industry, learn about the challenges going on. It's going to put you in the front foot when you do start having conversations with real people. So point number 2 is this. Use it for competitive analysis. Much in the same way as you might look at to use it for the challenges of your industry, if you're facing a challenge when you're up against 2 or 3 other organizations that seem to win on a regular basis, use AI to try and find out their weak points. Again, that doesn't mean to say you can go straight into the prospect and start talking down and bad mouthing an individual competitor. But you might be able to then use that in your armory to say, well, we're hearing studies that show that organizations that aren't using this area are finding it a challenge, or people that are doing this in this way find that that's not giving them the opportunities they need for the future. It gives you a chance to find out what's going on. What are the trends that the systems are seeing around your competitors? And maybe you can then try and tie these 2 things in together. If there's a particular challenge that you know your solution solves, maybe ask the AI how your solution compares with that offering as well at the moment. Try and see if the AI can give you some advantages that you can then use to maybe open up the conversations. The key thing is it can find out the challenge of the industry and the competition really effectively. And if we do that, it can give us some insights we can then use in our conversations. So point number 3 is this. You can use it to automate some initial prospecting. One of the big challenges in sales that we have is that we know that in order to get a smaller number of people at the bottom of our funnel, we need lots of people at the top. Not everyone's going to come on that journey with us. So you've only got 24 hours in the day, and probably working days only 8 to 10. So the reality is, once you've got other stuff to do, how many people can you prospect? So there are tools like Meet Alfred or Reggie AI that can help you with some initial automation of prospecting. Now, I'll be honest with you, I'm not a massive fan of being able to really prospect in an AI way because I think it looks unpersonalized and it comes across that way. But there are some simple tools that can help you try and connect and try and find the right type of people initially to at least open up the discussion for you to then have a human conversation with. Some initial prospecting tools like this can work to enable, especially if your market size that you're trying to engage with is a large audience that you've literally not got time to get round to speak to as many people as possible. So maybe utilize some of the tools to do some initial prospecting, to find the list of people that you can work with or to reach out to them, and it's going to hopefully help you open some doors that you can then walk through as a human. So point number 4 when it comes to using AI in an effective sales way is, as well as initiate automated prospecting, you can also use tools to find new leads and contacts. So I'm using a tool at the moment called LeadForge AI, which is helping me identify by putting in the questions around the type of people I want to engage with. It's then giving me a list of people that I can then try and reach out to on LinkedIn and start a conversation. If I wanted to link it into my automated process, it could even send the email out or the message out for me. But in this situation, I'm still looking at that person and then deciding if I want to connect or not. But it's given me a list of potential people for my business of 170 odd people that I can then start to connect with. Well, it would have taken me ages to find that information on LinkedIn. Well, there's a tool that does it quite simply automatically for me and finds that person. So using AI to help find the people based upon the criteria that I set, I was able to type into the system and say, I'm looking for these type of people in this type of audience in this type of way, and it shortened down the list based upon what I'm looking for in a time scale far greater than what I'd be able to do as a human being. Great classic example of using AI in a way that can enable me to then build the connection, but it's done the hard and grunt work for me. Point number 5, this is a really simple one, but we all know, we've seen it on lots of Zoom calls where we've seen people's note taker wants to come on board. AI can actually start to type up meeting notes and actually start to take actions that we can then start to use to follow up. Now, of course, you might need to double check some of the information. Sometimes the text that's used isn't quite 100% right, but it's still better off to have a summary text that you can use in an email rather than you having to write some stuff down and then put it into an email afterwards. This is an area I personally have struggled with sometimes because I like to take notes down, but then having the time to follow up takes extra resource and time frames I haven't got. So utilising this is a simple way in which to then take notes and actions and then send that through to people. I do encourage you to check it. That's still the human touch part that's needed, but when done in the right way, it can save you a number of times, especially if you're doing 4 or 5 different meetings like that per day. It also, if you wanted to, you can even send the email and actually put in place dates and times for the next meeting. So there's some really simple tools here with Copilot and all these others that enable us to type notes, start utilising them effectively, and it's going to enable us to do the human bits, which is the connection and the understanding and the building rapport with people that a robot can't do yet. So building on number 5, and salespeople all over the world will be loving this, you've also got the ability of AI to automate some of your CRM entries. CRM is a bane for most salespeople. Most people generally don't like doing it. It's time out of their day. So if you can take the notes and then link that to a tool that can automate your CRM entry, and there's tools that will do that right now, you haven't got to spend time doing that. It's in the system ready and waiting for you, and it can also then remind you of when the next task is going to take place if it's linked to your workflow. Tools like this are a simple way to eradicate the 2 or 3 hours of admin that might be taken per week, and it can enable you to focus on engaging with more prospects and building more connections. And the final simple tool that you can use relating to AI without losing that human touch is prospect scoring. I'll be honest with you, even though AI has exploded in the last few years, I've been using prospect scoring for the last 4 or 5 years. It's a simple way in order to be able to measure the amount of interactions that a prospect has with me, and the more times they open an email, click on links, do things based upon certain rules that I set, the more what I see they become hotter or more engaged with my contact and content. So therefore I'm in a position where I can then start to open up conversations with them, or I start to focus my time on the people that are more engaged with what I'm doing than less. Prospect scoring is a simple way in which AI can be used in order to save time, make you focused on the people that really matter. And if you start to use these tools alongside some of the others, it's going to help you become better at what you do, build better relationships, and start to know how to engage with people in the right way. Like I've said for a long time, AI is never going to change. We've all got to get used to how we can make it work more smarter for us and make it be in a position where it does our jobs and helps us do our jobs more effectively. I still believe for years to come that people are still going to want that human connection to be sold to. They're still going to want, especially on higher value services, to talk to someone. But what is clear is that AI is growing quickly. It's exponentially growing day after day. And the ability for agents to make conversations will probably happen. Maybe in the next couple of years, maybe in this video in a few years' time will be obsolete. And you look back and think, wow, is that all we thought AI could do? But the reality is it's going to grow. But I still believe sales has a human touch. The heart to heart, the human to human connection is still key. And if we utilize these tools, however, and then start improving our skills on how to become a better communicator and our emotional intelligence, it's going to give us a better chance to win more deals and save some time in the meantime. So there's my thoughts on how our AI is helping with the human touch. What's your views? What are some of the tools you've seen that are incredibly powerful from a sales perspective that work? How would you feel about maybe allowing your team to make calls, an AI agent to make calls on behalf of your team? Is that where you're going as a business person? I'd love to know in the comments section below which tools you're seeing here. And maybe there's some tools that I should be reviewing and assessing in order to share them with my audience. But the reality is AI is here to stay. Let's make it work for us. Use these tools in the right way and build it with a human touch. It's going to hopefully save you time and give you a chance to win more business and grow and develop from there. Thanks for watching the video as ever. If you like, please like and subscribe to the channel, share it with other people. Let's get more business owners and sales professionals everywhere getting the right results they want. See you soon for another video.